3 topics. Speaking Part 4. Topic 1. Talk about a time when you achieved something.
In my life, I have undergone so many times that I achieved different goals and successes. Each time gives me a special experience and emotion. However, there is a time that I believe it is the most impressive and significant. So now, I am going to tell you about a time when I achieved an important academic goal.
A few years ago, I decided to prepare for a difficult English proficiency exam. At that time, my English was far from perfect, and I often felt frustrated and discouraged. However, I made up my mind to push myself harder and not give up halfway. Every day I burned the midnight oil, practicing speaking, improving my vocabulary, and reviewing grammar carefully. There were moments when I felt completely exhausted and even thought about throwing in the towel. Fortunately, with the support of my teacher and my own determination, I managed to stay on track. On the day I received the result, my heart was pounding. When I saw that I had passed with a high score, I was over the moon. All my hard work finally paid off, and I felt extremely proud of myself. This achievement taught me a valuable lesson. It showed me that success does not come overnight, but through patience, discipline, and constant effort. More importantly, it gave me the confidence to face bigger challenges in the future. All in all, this experience remains one of the most meaningful achievements in my life, and continues to motivate me whenever I feel like giving up. Idioms. Make up my mind. Burn the midnight oil. Throw in the towel. Stay on track. Over the moon. Pay off. All in all. Topic 2. Talk about a time when you received good news by email. In my life, I have undergone so many times that I received different kinds of news through emails and messages. Each time gives me a special experience and emotion. However, there is a time that I believe it is the most impressive and significant. So now, I'm going to tell you about a time when I received very good news by email. A few months ago, I had applied for a scholarship to study an advanced English course. I had put a lot of effort into the application, but I was not very confident about the result. One morning, while checking my inbox, I suddenly saw an email from the scholarship committee. At that moment, my heart started pounding, and I felt extremely nervous. When I opened the email and read that I had been accepted, I was over the moon. To be honest, it was a dream come true for me. All my hard work finally paid off, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I immediately called my parents to share the good news, and they were really proud of me. This piece of good news not only made my day, but also gave me more motivation to study harder in the future. It showed me that if you never give up, you will eventually achieve your goals. My heart was pounding. Over the moon. A dream come true. Pay off. Never give up. All in all. Topic 3. Talk about a time when you traveled, explored nature. In my life, I have undergone so many times that I traveled to different places and explored natural landscapes. Each time gives me a special experience and emotion. However, there is a time that I believe it is the most impressive and significant. So now, I'm going to tell you about a time when I went on a trip to explore nature. Last summer, I went on a trip to a national park with a group of close friends. We wanted to escape from the busy city and enjoy some fresh air after a stressful semester. As soon as we arrived, I was deeply impressed by the breathtaking scenery. There were green mountains, clear streams, and a peaceful atmosphere that made me feel completely relaxed. We spent most of our time hiking through the forest, taking photos and admiring the beauty of nature. One moment that I will never forget was when we reached the top of a hill at sunrise. The view was absolutely stunning, and I felt as if all my worries had disappeared. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. This trip taught me how important it is to slow down and reconnect with nature. It also helped me recharge my batteries and regain my motivation for studying and working. All in all, this journey was not only enjoyable but also meaningful, and it remains one of the most memorable trips I have ever had. Escape from the busy city. Breathtaking scenery. Feel completely relaxed. All my worries disappeared. Once in a lifetime experience. Recharge my batteries. All in all. Thank you for listening.